What a pretty girl.
What a wet girl.
Alrighty.
I miss you, girl. I'm gonna miss you.
It's Fee's last day and we're not spending it at home. So this is the last Fee and MAMBO.
I love you. Never forget me.
I'm gonna come home and she's just gonna screech and be like, not here. She's not here. It's gonna be that.
Yeah. She's
What's she gonna do when I have to go to work and there's no one here to entertain you?
weep.
Yeah, screech all day. Yeah.
I love you. I love you. I love you so much.
Yeah. I mean, look at her. It's hard not to love her.
Absolutely.
Right? Look how pretty. Look, I'm showing you my best cheek. Look at me. I'm so pretty. Look at me. Ooh, it's MAMBO.
Get my best side.
Yeah, we know.
Oh, both are your best side. I get it.
Yeah. I don't have a bad side. Maze. No, you do have to lead this one.
Okay.
Oh, she's already going left.
Is that a bad joke?
It's not quite as grown as it could be.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Oh,
Damn.
oh.
I can't believe that it's like this fucking tiny and I still made a round thing. There we go.
There's the dude. Evo Stanley.
He was a violinist, that's dope. Or is that a viola? I can't tell.
I can't tell when it's a statue.
Yeah.
So what are your impressions of the Stanley?
Super ritzy
Yeah, it is.
and cash grabby.
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
Wish I could see it go.
We'll do that when we stay over here one night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
This is terrible sound quality,
Yeah.
but hi.
Hello.
This is where we're chilling right now. Hi.
Hi.
We're just hanging out before we have to drive back. Go hang out with some puppies. Yeah.
That sweet old Basset hound.
We just met a baby basset hound who was 9 weeks old named Jolene.
And she grabbed my hand
Yeah.
and would not let go.
And she grabbed my nose and it was so cute. And we love Jolene.
Yes.
And yeah, everybody needs a Jolene.
She would definitely take your man.
Yeah,
Definitely.
she would. How have you enjoyed your trip?
I really enjoyed it. It was great. It was everything that I needed.
Good. What was your favorite part of the trip?
Everything? I mean, yeah. I didn't want to say MAMBO because
You can say MAMBO.
We've already established that I'm in love with her, so.
You can say MAMBO. MAMBO
Yeah.
is the best thing.
Absolutely.
What was the favorite place that you went though that I took you to?
It's a hard choice between the Sakura Festival because there were so many pretty things.
Sure.
And then of course Estes because
It's so many pretty
running
things.
water.
Running water.
And all of the puppies.
There's so many puppies here. If you have a puppy, the place to bring them is Estes.
Yes.
For sure. Cool. Bye. Welcome to Colorado. You come to the grocery store and park your horse.
It's handicapped.
It is a handicap. And we pooped. Hi, baby horse. Oh, baby. Parked at the handicap spot. Hi, everybody. It is July 6th. It's the day before my birthday. FYI. Not that when you guys see this video, it'll be August. But right now, I'm almost very old. And everybody older than me is like, you're not that old. But it feels old to me. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We'll talk about that tomorrow. I have just finished listening to my first book of July, which was The Memory Police by Yoko Ogawa, translated by whodunit? Steven something? Steven Snyder. Steven Snyder is the translator, so this was originally a Japanese book. I really do want to read it in Japanese and see what differences there are in the prose because I feel like he did a really good job. Yeah, he did a good job, right? With this, he did a good job with this book and giving it that very haunting Orwellian vibe to it because this is a dystopian. I feel weird calling it a sci-fi dystopian where it feels more like a literary magical realism dystopian, speculative even, dealing with an island, which is likely like some form of Japanese island, where there are the memory police. Have fun. Once things are kind of wiped from society, really, you can't have anything. So at one point, the very beginning of the book, birds are one of the things that are now no longer allowed, basically, and so anything to do with birds is gone. And so it's like the people do lose the memory. They know like what a bird is, but they lose any kind of concept for it. So things that go missing are like boats, birds, roses at one point, and some other different things, very different ideas, and you don't really know why, and you never really find out why these things are going missing, and people who are being taken away for not forgetting these things. And it's a very interesting story. It has a lot of things, and our main character is a writer, and at one point novels do disappear, but the book that she's writing is it's an interesting read in itself because it's about a girl who has no voice and communicates through a typewriter and stuff, and she loses her voice and is kind of held captive. And then on the opposite side with the real world instance here with our main character, and losing all these other memories and she's kind of, it's a little bit book thiefy too, because she's hiding someone who does remember everything, who also loves her books and wants her to keep writing even after novels disappear. And it's so interesting. It's not something I can clearly or eloquently explain. It's a very much an experience of a book, and I get why people don't like it, because it does have a very open ending, a kind of unsatisfying ending, but it's like, this is a very Japanese ending to me. Like, when I've read Japanese fiction, literary fiction in Japan, this is very much fits that genre and that style of writing that Japan does very, very well. And it's not something that Western minds really comprehend. Not to like diss on us Westerners, but kind of. But if you weren't exposed to how literature works in Japan and fiction works in Japan and those narratives and things, then it's, especially in this type of genre, because like they have a lot of different genres. Obviously they have manga and things, and they have fantasy stories, they have horror stories, they have all kinds of genres. But when you get into this kind of literary, speculative, magical realism aspect of things, it's not a genre for everyone, I can tell you that. Even in English, magical realism and stuff like this is not for everyone. And so I can see why people don't really like this. I, on the other hand, did really, really like this. I really liked the prose. It had some tragedy stuff in it. It had some pretty good plot twists at the end here of what went missing, and then the downfall of like everything, of how you don't learn how, but like what else kind of domino effects goes missing in the end, and where we're kind of left with it. Because it is an unsatisfying ending, but still I am satisfied by it because of what it was kind of representing. So there's a lot of allegory, there's a lot of metaphor in this, so take that with a grain of salt if you're not really that kind of a reader. But I thoroughly enjoyed this, so I'm giving it 4.5 because there was one aspect that I wasn't a fan of, and that's a relationship that's not really a relationship, but the fact that it was put out there, I'm like, we didn't need that. We really didn't need that aspect in the relationship here. It wasn't necessary. So that's my taking away at 1.5 stars there, but everything else is really good. So I'm really glad this has been on my want to read list forever. I finally got it this year. I think in like February I got my hands on. I found it at Second and Charles. I was like, because I've been looking for it forever, and I'm really happy to have found it and finally have read it. Cool. Wasn't on the TBR this month. Neither is the next audiobook or the next audiobook, but that one after that is on the TBR. So cool. Hello everybody. It's 9:30 a.m. It's my birthday. It's not turning out to be a great birthday. Yesterday I became single again. So that sucks, but it's also for the better. But still sucks. And then today I was gonna work, and I started working, and I just started having a really, really bad day, dealing with rude customers and uncooperative coworkers, and I just said, you know what, screw it. We're gonna have a me day. I'm going to do that. So we're gonna do a few things. We're gonna go and do a little bit of retail therapy / errands, and then come back and try to catch up and feel better about myself via goal accomplishment, because it's just rough. I feel just just in a funk with it all. This is not how I wanted to spend my birthday, and kind of sucks. Just that feeling of, okay, so today is my 35th birthday. What am I even doing? I don't feel like a proper 35-year-old. I still feel like I'm, young and lost. And I don't know when that feeling goes away, if it ever does, because apparently I don't think it ever does, and the world lied to us. And I just want to not. I just want to not. That's what I want. It's stressful, and I'm tired. I'm really tired of all the things in the world, both personal and worldwide, just beating me and others down. And I'm tired of that. And I just want to live. I just want to live a happy life, preferably. But, you know, it's like everything just hits you at once. And I don't know what to do about it. I wanted to have a happy birthday, so we're gonna attempt to recover it, but I don't know. I just feel not great. I feel not great. Let's go do stuff. First stop in retail therapy? Naturally. All right, hello, we're back. We have done some shopping. I finally have a copy of Mansfield Park because of my like Jane Austen collection. That's the only one I'm missing, and at least it matches my Northanger Abbey. I would like them all in the same one, but matches that. We got 5 Total Strangers by Natalie D. Richards, which is a thriller I'd been interested in. We got a couple Euridice, which is Between Shades of Grey and Out of the Easy. These are the 2 that I don't own by her. And we have The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James, another kind of thrillery one I've been having my eye on. And I finally have a paperback copy of Ember Queen, which is the 3rd book does it have a different title? Ash Princess is the 1st book, and then I have Lady Smoke. Now I have all 3, and I anticipate really liking this series based on what other people who I trust their opinion of have said. So, and I had a $5 coupon, which was nice, and now it's raining, which is nice. It is me in the rain and like bad stormy weather and stuff. We connect a lot, and so that makes me happy. We're going to go run some more fun errands. We're gonna look for some, we're gonna go to like a thrift store, see if I can find some fake flowers for a little art project that I'll be working on in August, and maybe some miniature stuff for August, just while I have some cash on me. It'd be nice to do that. We're also gonna go get some lunch. I don't know where, because I'm trying to be better again, because I haven't been doing great with my weight loss stuff, and I want to do better. But it's also my birthday, so screw it. I didn't film because I left my camera in the car. I was just at TJ Maxx. I went in to just get my like cleanser and stuff, but they were having a massive sale. I also got Pride blenders, but the fun thing that really happened is as I'm checking out, I'm getting stuff and I'm putting stuff in the bag. She's like, I don't want this to come off like weird or anything, but you are very pretty. And I almost like cried just cause like, you know, having just be broken up with, not really feeling myself all that much. And that was really, really nice to hear. And also, you know, that's a nice little birthday thing to hear. And she didn't even know it was my birthday. We just said it, so there was no obligation. That was really nice. I also got a birthday gift from my sister, but I can show you now. But so my sister loves pizza. It's like, she's a tattoo of pizza. And they have a pizza palette. So I got her a pizza palette. I got a couple other things. I got some nice, I needed more notepads. I got my dog some treats. I got some new hair clips because I'm always running out of those. I got some cute headbands. They're having a massive sale. And I got this really cute mug. I got this cute mug. Wasn't it cute? I thought it was cute. $4. Yeah, let's do it. Oh no, my books. Ah, the books. It's wet. The books are safe, they're in here, but it is now raining. It was kind of a nice cleanse moment. Not to be like that kind of girl, but it was. I love the rain. So, all right, we're gonna go to the thrift store now and try to find some fake flowers. All right, I have a nice selection of some fake flowers for the project and a tiny frying pan because I make eggs and I don't need big frying pans and I only have one. Hello everybody. Did you want to say hi? You want to say hi? Okay. We have a big day today. This is kind of, it's July 9th, and we're gonna attempt to actually celebrate my birthday today with people, doing some fun things. And somebody has a nail appointment, and we're gonna go to Petco. We're gonna be a bird in Petco. We're gonna attempt the leash again today. It'll be a thing. We have to take Tucker to my parents' house so we can hang out with Woosie and Pai Pai while we're out today. Well, goodbye. I said the word leash. I think she doesn't like the word. I think she knows what it is now. She's too smart for her own good. Oh, God help me. We're gonna go do that stuff. Do some errands with a bird, and then come back, and then go out and have some fun with Lena and Ian, and enjoy what's gonna happen today. I'm very excited. I'm dressed the part today. I wanted to do makeup, but I do not have time to do the idea of makeup that I wanted to do, so you just get no makeup face. All right, everybody, we're at Jurassic World, the exhibition. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. This is my birthday thing, because I'm 5. And I love
5
them.
is the best.
Oh my God, I just saw blues right there.
So cool.
I love this all so much already, and we're not even inside. You can't see on the water tower from this angle, but they also, they wrapped the water tower.
It's Cretaceous era water.
Yeah. Pure.
Everyone, thank you so much for your cooperation. My name is Ranger Nikki. This is my partner Ranger Connie, so we are part of the Ranger Buddy. What's it called? We are part of the ACU team here at Jurassic World, and we take our job very seriously. This morning we watched a 30-minute training video, and we are ready to get you guys out of here. So, in just a few moments, we're going to be moving from safe zone number 1 into safe zone number 2. Ultimately, out of that giant door underneath the big green exit sign.
Oh my gosh, I just hit 8,000 steps.
Good job, Dunny. That is very impressive. Anyway, there's nothing to worry about. According to the video, 9 times out of 10, the asset that has gone on an unauthorized walk is an herbivore, or it's bumpy. What's wrong? Oh, that's cool. No. Okay, we're going to be moving a little quicker now, and as soon as my partner gets us through this gate, we're going to... What's wrong with the code?
Oh, right here, behind us, behind us.
There's nothing to worry about, guys. As long as these red flashing lights are on, that means the game is for
Oh, that was great.
everybody remain calm. Guys, no loud Right, yeah. Yeah, everyone remain calm.
Let's see if you don't move.
Okay. Now, everyone remain calm.
I want to hug it.
She's got scars.
But I want to hug it.
Whatever you guys do, try not to look delicious.
I am delicious.
I'm sorry, can you just tone it down?
Yeah, we're a right snack over here.
It's not working. It's not working at all. Maybe try getting in a cook. Maybe you can call HQ.
Oh my God, what they told me.
Yeah, put it in. Alright guys, right this way. It's for slightly safer.
But I want to stay. My baby. But I love it. But I love it. Eat me first.
Alright guys. As long as she stays all the way back there, she can't even Bunnies, how is it going over there? Very loud, I hear.
She's a lot bigger in person.
Yeah, she is. Hold on. Okay, she's getting closer. We gotta go. We gotta get out of here.
Help me pull.
No, it's a push. It's a push door.
Oh, what?
Push.
Oh, help me push.
Bunny and push. Yeah.
So much. You've saved us all.
Go.
Good job, Ian.
So much. My baby.
Go.
My baby, yeah. That's my baby. Ian saving the day. So we're having a good time, right? Yeah. I'm feeling a little like headachy though. We might need to eat.
There's something on the top of your
On my head?
a little thing.
I don't what? What?
Just on the top there.
Just like right here?
Little farther. Yeah, somewhere in there. Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
I don't feel anything.
You're so close.
Weird. It's weird.
Traffic.
Yeah, they are.
We got 5 ticket foods. We got Snickies from Rhinelander. And now we're going to go have ice creams for the birthday. We also went to bookstore, but I didn't film it because I was focused on books. But I got 3 books, and they're all gay. In some way. Yay!
Morning, everybody. Come here. It is July 10th, and I technically finished this yesterday. I just didn't get a chance to film it because I was hanging out so much with Lena and Ian for my birthday stuff. But I finished listening to Hide by Kiersten White, and kind of a disappointment. It had a really good intro. I did kind of like the ending, but it really lost me. I was listening to it via audiobook, and the thing is, it transitions to like all the time to different people. And in the book, it would be easier. Like if I physically read it, it would have been easier to follow because the breaks to the POV translation are just a break there. But as you're listening to it on audiobook, there's no warning. There's no like voice actor change or anything. It's just all of a sudden you're in this person's POV. And I was like, oh crap. If you strayed for a hot second, it was really difficult to follow. So that was one of the downfalls of the audiobook version. So I might have liked it a bit more had I physically read it. But it is kind of this horror, paranormal horror kind of story to it. I did like kind of figure out what was going on pretty early on, but that doesn't really change the stakes once you kind of know what's happening. I was guessing it was going to be like some other thing, not to spoil anything for anybody for stuff, but yeah, it was fine. I do wish, it's pretty short too. It's only an 8-hour audiobook, but I give it a 3. Like it was fine. Wasn't as big. There were some moments that were pretty gruesome or pretty terrifying, but it didn't hold my attention for as long as it should have, especially in such a short book. So I think the main issue I had with it is just the switching POVs and no real rhyme or reason to it audiobook wise. So that was probably my biggest issue with it. But otherwise it was interesting. But yeah, I finished Hide. Today we're gonna try to do a 10K day. We're gonna try to really catch up on writing. I do have to run a few errands really quickly. We need to go get some groceries. I gotta do some laundry. We gotta clean a cage. Once we're settled that way, we'll be doing the 10K day. So check that on stream. Hello, it is technically July 16th, but it's 11 minutes after midnight. So it's July 15th. At least when I finished reading Marrow Charm, which I read as an ebook. It is by Kristin Jacques, and it's kind of a fantasy dystopian apocalyptic thing. It's a very interesting hybrid of genre, I will say that. This was the indie book of the month, so there will be a longer review of this during a shenanigans stream some point in August. We will do that one. We still need to do our review of No More Black Magic, but anyway, Marrow Charm. So this, I don't remember when I discovered this book. I mean, probably in 2019, because it's been on my Amazon wishlist for a while, and it was published in 2019, so it might have been around then. I did like this. It took forever for me to read this one. Literally 14 days. It took me 2 weeks to get through this book, but not the book's fault, really, because the book is pretty good. I liked it a lot. I don't have too much to complain about it. I think the only thing I don't like is really kind of the ending. I felt like we spend a good chunk of the book from Azure's point of view, who is pretty much the main character, and then after we get through a big good cliffhanger part of her stuff, it switches to Armin, who is her brother, who is tainted by magic and is changing and stuff, because that's one of the things in this world is magic is kind of a disease, and it causes changes, because originally they're living underground, and then get cast out from this underground civilization to the world where there are like mutations based on magic and stuff, and there are these snatchers who like sell people and things like that. So it's very interesting world building, kind of reminiscent of like Enclave is one I can think of that kind of made a similar vibe, but I hated Enclave, so. But that's because that book made a rapist a love interest. We don't deal with that. But similar vibe in having this underground civilization getting cast out above. Has that, but it's more fantasy based rather than like sci-fi dystopian based. So there's that. And so we switch POV for a little bit with Armin, then it goes to back to Azure for a bit, and we switch off a little bit to there's this witch character, there's a wolf character. We brought in a new character a little late, and it was a little unbelievable about his kind of morality in this world and being this good guy. Just kind of, that part felt a little convenient, that he was so nice and took care of her while she was like very much on the verge of death. That is one thing I will give this, is that it's very realistic with the injuries and the reality of those injuries. For everybody, it's quite a brutal book, I will say. There is a lot of brutality in this one, but it doesn't like, it deals with that pain and stuff. So I did not enjoy, but like I appreciated the reality for that. So there was a little bit of convenient stuff. We're still not entirely sure about Azure's abilities, because she does have some kind of abilities, but through the entire book we're still questioning it, and we don't get an answer by the end of it, which is where I think we kind of fail a little bit in this first book. Granted, there's 2 more books in the series, so there's going to be more coming for that, but I think in order to kind of keep the audience, it didn't quite serve us the answers we needed within the first book to want to continue the second. I do want to continue to the second because I want those answers, but I can't imagine a lot of other people necessarily wanting to go on with it if they didn't get what they wanted there, especially with the reunion with 2 characters. We didn't get a reunion between them, and it felt weird having a chapter of a POV from them without having that. So there was a little bit of that. I think it was kind of a weak ending in general, but the rest of the story is pretty good. So that's really all I have to say about Marrow Charm. I'll probably talk more about it in, the live stream and stuff. But yeah, it was alright. It wasn't that bad. But that's only the third book that I have completed this month. I have been terrible, and that is the only book that's been on the TBR thus far as the indie book, so we need to get booking on that. I can erase one there. But we did that, and we're slowly but surely gonna get our stuff together. We're gonna do a lot tomorrow in theory. We're gonna try to do a lot tomorrow. Yeah. Morning, everybody. It is July 16th, and we are headed to a farmer's market. We're gonna meet up with my sister and brother-in-law and my nephew and get some fresh veggies and fruits from MAMBO. It's also very bright outside. Whoa, buddy. Is that exciting? We love books. Where's a book? Where are we going? Hello, everybody. It is July 17th. I've been doing really bad about filming anything. Granted, nothing interesting has happened. And I've been doing very poorly on my TBR this month. Not gonna lie. I have now read 3 books not on the official TBR, and only one that is. But I just finished listening to Winterkeep by Kristin Cashore. Sorry if you can't see it, but it's there. It's late, sorry, it's almost 11 p.m. This is the 4th book in the Graceling series. We didn't know we were gonna get more Graceling, and then Kristin Cashore was like, booyah! And so we have this one, and we also have Sea Sparrow coming out later this year, I think in November. But this continues on with Bitterblue's story. So Bitterblue was the 3rd book in the series, and I personally think Bitterblue was the weakest of the series. I think she's kind of the weakest of the protagonists, or the one at least, not necessarily the weakest protagonist, but like one I connected with the least. Fire is my favorite, but yeah, Bitterblue, I didn't really care for her much in it, and also this has an age gap romance. So we have our lovely character of Gideon back at it. So Gideon originally, it was introduced in Graceling. He's one of Katsa's buddies and was in love with Katsa, but we all know Katsa does not end up with Gideon. If you haven't read the series, I won't spoil the rest of it, but so Gideon is Katsa's age, and in Graceling, Katsa rescues, I believe, a 10-year-old Bitterblue. I believe she's only like 10 in that. And Katsa, I don't even remember how old Gideon is, but you know, they're older teenagers. I think Gideon is like 18 in that, maybe, or he could even be older. I'm not sure. I don't quite remember, but you know, he's not a 10-year-old, that's for sure. And so having him and Bitterblue have this kind of romance irked the hell out of me. Not a fan of that. And there was just a lot of sex in this one. Like, Kristin Cashore is not one to shy away from it. Like, we had sex scene already in Graceling before YA was really having more sex scenes in their stuff, which is not something I'm I'm not a huge fan of reading them in general, but this one seemed to have a lot of it, especially with the other POV character of Lavisa. And Lavisa is a very interesting character. I did like her as a character. I did think she was very complex and had a really interesting storyline, but girl is like always thinking about sex and has a very disconnected relationship with it, in that she's just kind of using people for her own gain with sex. And she recognizes that this is a problem, but it's just like, I don't think this plot line was necessary for the book. I don't think we needed to have this conversation in this book so many times. Like, and also the repercussions of things. Like, we don't know what actually happened to the guard. Did he get killed? Or was he fired? I don't know. I still want to know what happened to this guy, because he was super nice. And it was like the moment she started catching feelings for him, she, you know, ditched him. Which I'm like, okay, but can we revisit that? And then later she ends up like sleeping with her best friend because she just needs to sleep with someone and she trusts him, and it's like, this is not gonna go well. And he doesn't agree to it first. He's like, no, we're not doing this, we're not messing up our friendship. And I was like, yeah, good job, dude. But then they do it later anyway. And it's clear that he started catching feelings for her, and she's just like, ugh, and then has an possible love interest in Nev. And I'm just like, I don't think it was necessary to have that. All the drama with that, and then just her, like, she literally gets a different guy killed, as she's like leading him to sleep with him, but she's not actually going to because he's a dick, and she's just leading him on kind of thing, but it ends up getting him killed. So, like, I just wasn't a fan of that. Now, that is not to say I did not enjoy this book, because I did. I do love the world building of the Graceling realm. I love the monsters so much. I love the foxes. The silver cows. They're great. So if you haven't read the Graceling trilogy, they have these kind of animals. You don't meet the monsters until the book of Fire. But that's why Fire is my favorite book, because it has all these really cool, very vibrantly colored animals and stuff. And the blue fox is one of them. And they're very smart, and they're kind of telepathic, and they bond, and they're really, really cool characters. And the monsters, the Keeper itself. I did kind of want the Keeper to actually have a bigger role than what was done, but it's fine. I get what the role is as the Keeper. But yeah. So I have some complicated feelings about Winterkeep, needless to say. I did enjoy it. I just think we didn't need certain things to make this a good book. So I'm not even sure what Sea Sparrow is going to be about, because this is the first time where, well, I guess Bitterblue's kind of always been a central role in the Graceling trilogy, but it's always had like a different. It's supposedly the first three are like companion novels. They're not necessarily ones you have to read in order. I mean, I would suggest reading it Graceling Fire, Bitterblue, because that'll make a bit more sense. But you could read either Graceling or Fire first, but Bitterblue you have to wait on. You have to read at least one of the other ones before getting to Bitterblue. And arguably you do have to read both of them before getting to Bitterblue. But yeah, so it's a complicated kind of series, but like this is the first time we've had Bitterblue now twice as a POV character kind of thing. So I'm wondering where we're going with it in Sea Sparrow. So I need to look up Sea Sparrow and see what the synopsis is for it. But yeah, there we go. This was long too. It took me a week to get through this one, but I've also been kind of slumpy lately, especially with audio. I've also been working from home a lot, so I haven't really had like my commute to give me time. But I've also just been horribly distracted and also obsessed with watching Our Flag Means Death, so you can ignore me. But yeah, so now we might get a little bit back on track. I'm going to start the classic this month next, which is Beowulf. It should not take me long to read it, but I do have that on audio. We are reading Golden Boys right now, and I am enjoying Golden Boys, so okay, I need to go to bed because I work in the morning. Bye. It's raining right now. What do you think? She was just vibing. Of course I turn on the camera. Is it raining? Is it pretty? Is it nice? Yeah? It's raining. It is. Whoa. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah? Look at the rain. It's so rainy. It's rainy. What are you thinking? You see the rain? Look at you on my glasses. What? Oh, rain. What an exciting endeavor. Yeah. Yay, rain. We like the rain. Yeah? I do too. It's good. Hi.
July 18th. I haven't finished another book yet. I just wanted to show you her reaction to rainy time. It's fun, right? It's super fun. We like the rain. We like outside. What is happening? Yeah, it's happening. Oh, that's another noise. That's a car. Ooh. It's my entertainment all day long. It's just this. This is baby. This is baby. Yeah? The baby. You gonna get that? Her new favorite thing is to get on my head. That's been our thing. You happy? Boop, 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 boop. Yeah? What do you think? What do you think? We don't like that. Don't like the camera in our face. Ooh. Hello, look how pretty she is. Look at that girl. She's so pretty. Look at that pretty girl. What's your best angle? Oh, that's a good angle. Oh, yeah. Show off that. Show all that. Yeah. Oh, yes. Pretty girl. Meow. Meow. I love you. Okay. I love her. Monday, July 18th. We finished 2 books today. I read both of these books in a day, but they are very short books. And I listened to them both via audiobook while I was working on work and many other things. I actually finished making all the new TBR cards for the TBR bag. I guess still gotta print them out and cut them out, but anyway, besides the point, I first read Beowulf, which was our classic for the month, and I'm not sure if I can qualify this necessarily as the classic, because this is it's a new translation, right? Sure, new translation, great. It's a very updated one. For example, bro, do you happen to be the Beowulf who challenged Brecca in the open ocean, insisting you should swim in sharksies for no reason but prove your petty prowess? It's definitely well, actually, buddy, sit down. You're drunk. It's a very modern take. It's still written within poetry, but uses very modern language to tell the story of Beowulf. So I did appreciate that. It was a little unsettling and it took me a bit to get used to it, but yeah. The thing is, Beowulf in general, I'm not a huge fan of his. I like Grendel, because I've read, well, I'm going to reread it at some point because I put it back on the shelf, but when I was in, I think 9th grade? I think it was 9th grade? 9th or 10th grade? We read Grendel by John Gardner, which is, you know, Grendel's side of the story. And there's also Maria Dahvana Headley has also written the Meerwife, which is Grendel's mother. I think it's the Meerwife. I haven't read that yet. I don't know it yet. But. So this is a very fun and interesting translation of Beowulf. I recommend reading it after you kind of already know this. If you already know the story of Beowulf, it's a lot easier to kind of get. But I mean, you can get it without knowing the rest of Beowulf, since it is a modern interpretation of it. It's just fun. It was a fun, interesting way to read a classic. Then, speaking of other classics, in a different sense of classic, classic childhood, and on my 22 of 2022, we listened to Dealing with Dragons by Patricia C. Wrede. I thought it was Patricia C. Reed, but the audiobook said Wrede, so there it is. I read this. This was the book that I read as a kid in like 5th grade, and thought, I don't know if it was this one or it could have been The Dragon Song by Anne McCaffrey. I probably read both of them in elementary school. And I thought I was like the smartest person because I was a big girl reading books with dragons in them like my dad's. That was me. But it was really fun slipping back into this. And the audiobook is a full cast.
and it's read so well, and I'm just wondering, why is this not like a series, like a not a series, but like a movie series or a TV series? This would be excellent visually, as just a fun TV show and stuff. I really think we should, I think probably an animated series would be the best for this, because it is a very comedic book, and I think the animation would be able to convey the tone of this very well. Fun, so great. I'm so happy to have gotten back into this, and we're gonna read the rest of the series obviously at some point, but apparently Libby only had the first book as an audiobook, which saddens me because I want to listen to this lovely cast of people for the whole series, but I don't get to. I have to physically read the rest of them. But you know, short books only took me, it was let's see, this is a 4-hour audiobook, so it took me 2 hours, and this is a 5-hour audiobook, took me 2.5 hours, and they're great and fun. But yay, we finished 2 books. Now we're slightly trying to, you know, catch up with the rest. I still have all the physicals to do. It's been busy, okay. And I've been really demotivated to actually read. I'm kind of slumping, but I am enjoying Golden Boys. I just was doing so much computer stuff today that it didn't happen. So maybe tomorrow we'll do a bit more of the physical reading. But otherwise, that's it. I'm going to bed now. Good night. Y'all, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's currently July 19th. Also, happy birthday to my sister. But this is more important right now. Just kidding. She's going to Vegas, whatever. I won a Goodreads giveaway for an arc of a very highly anticipated read. But it's for Guardians of Dawn, Zara by S.J. Jones. I'm so excited. This is immediately going on the TBR because it is an arc, and you win. You're supposed to like review it ahead of time. That's why they give you these unbound, or the bound, uncorrected bound manuscripts. So I'm so excited. It's Sailor Moon meets Cinder in the start of a new richly imagined fantasy series from S.J. Jones. In a bright, vibrant world filled with demons and monsters, princes and princesses, 17-year-old Jin Zara believes she is the last magician in Zanhei until she discovers the Guardians of Dawn, a secret society dedicated to liberating magicians from the warlord's oppressive rule. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I gotta get the rest of the books done, but this is immediately going on the TBR shelf right now. Oh my god. Yo, this weekend is gonna be a reading weekend, I can tell you that right now. No, I can't, but I hope it is. Oh, hello. You're coming up already. Hello, everybody. You guys kind of met Steed a little bit, but this is Steed, the gentleman purret. We are definitely purring like crazy right now. This is my sister's new kitty, and my sister's out of town, so we're gonna hang out with the Steed at night, and then run over back home to see MAMBO in the morning and go to work. It'll be a little stressful. But you hear that? That's a Steed. Yes, a Steed. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I know. So Steed's still fairly new. I think she's only had Steed a few months, just a few months. Did I get MAMBO before she got Steed? I don't think so. I think she got Steed before MAMBO, but they're both new adoption babies, and both older babies. So Steed's like 8, I think. Yes. But we're very lovable. Hello, everybody. It is July 20th. MAMBO's here. Where are you going? Where are you going? You want to help me? You want to help me open this? You want to help me do that? Is it unboxing time? So the new Fairyloot for the adult subscription only has arrived. No idea what it's going to be. Let's open this, shall we? Do you want to open it? Should we open it, pretty girl? Ready? I sliced it open, but I haven't actually opened it. I just cut the tape. Okay, ready, here we go. Da 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 da. Whoa. Oh, what's your favorite? Get that paper. Or not. Okay. Let's see. Our theme was demigods and donuts. Okay. What is this? What's this gonna be, MAMBO? Do you want all that? Do you want all that? As I try to do this one-handed. There we go. Let's figure out what the book is gonna be. Okay, here we go. Not looking. I'm trying to get it out of the thing. I'm backwards. What is it? I don't know. The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy. Another book. I don't know. I've never heard of it. An adult romance that felt like Howl's Moving Castle. Oh, and Olivia Atwater's on here. A lovely macabre fantasy romance about life, death, and actually living. I cried twice and smiled plenty. Wow. Okay, so Undertaking of Heart and Mercy. We've got some beautiful stenciling on the sprayed edges here. We've got, oh, cute. Oh no, there's cute puppies. There's cute stuff happening here. We've got, oh, so fancy. So fancy. Oh, there's more cute photos. Okay, and nothing on the back one. Okay, cool. What is this book about? Hold on, I need to get a handle on this. I have a bird crawling on me. We go. Okay, it says The House in the Cerulean Sea meets You've Got Mail in this quirky, refreshing fantasy with a rom-com worthy twist. Hart is a marshal tasked with patrolling the magical wilds of Tanria. It's an unforgiving job, and Hart's got nothing but time to ponder his loneliness. Mercy never has a moment to herself. She's been single-handedly keeping Birdsall and Son undertakers afloat in defiance of sullen jerks like Hart, who seem to have a gift for showing up right when her patience is thinnest. After yet another exasperating run-in with Mercy, Hart finds himself penning a letter addressed simply to a friend. Much to his surprise, an anonymous letter comes back in return, and a tentative friendship is born. If only Hart knew he's been bearing his soul to the person who infuriates him most, Mercy. As the dangers from Tanria grow closer, so do the unlikely pen pals, but can their blossoming romance survive their fated discovery that their correspondences are their worst nightmares? Each other. So this is cute! Okay, it's fantasy, but also contemporary, but how do you classify this one? I don't know. How big are we? We're a pretty big, chunky one, too. We are like 418 pages. This seems really cute, though. Okay. This seems adorable. I'm excited for this one. A new book I've never heard of. Haha. Hello, everybody. It is, what is it? 21st? 22nd. It's the 22nd, shit. I have finished reading Golden Boys, which I was supposed to finish last month. This was a physical read. It's by Phil Stamper. It came out this year, and it was wonderful. I was about to say delightful, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna say delightful because it was stressful. It is about 4 boys who are about to get into their senior year. They are all gay, and they have a great friendship between them. There's a little bit of a complicated romance between a couple of them. Not like a love triangle or anything. You won't find that here. I just realized my eye is like super red. Don't know why. I just took a shower. Anyway, so it's super cute though, and all of them, it's weird to like be a 35-year-old woman and relate really hard to these 17-year-old gay boys, but I did. And they all have kind of different issues. Some of them have anxiety, some of them are overachievers, and they're all going off for these different kind of summer plans. So one of them is doing an internship in DC, and another one is doing this volunteer work for a Save the Trees Foundation in Boston. Another one is doing this design school in France, in Paris. And then another is going to work at a boardwalk arcade shop where his aunt owns in Daytona, Florida and stuff. And they're all from Gracemont, Ohio, little town in Ohio. But they're all really worried about like what this is going to mean for their friendship when they come back, you know, how they're all going to be changed and everything. And you see each of them go on their different journeys. I will say it was a little hard at first to keep track of who was who, but eventually you start to distinguish which ones are which and which ones are doing what. It's just a little difficult with 4 POVs, and you're just like, wait, who has the crush on who? Okay, and this one's doing the thing in here. Okay, yeah, got it. Cool. So, yeah. Anyway, glad I read this. I still have more books to read, and I just realized how late it is in July already. But we finished this one from last month. I don't get the point because it was a card that had a sticker on it. I do not get that point now because the points only matter when they're in the month. But I have finished this one at least, and we're kind of making this weekend a reading weekend. I am about to do a writing stream right now, but we're gonna try to get through a lot of the physical reads this weekend. We'll see what tomorrow holds. Tomorrow might be a very busy day elsewhere, so don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna do a face mask before this stream because I feel gross today. And we're gonna go do that. And Mambo is... Mambo, what you doing? What you doing? We're in our hidey hole. She likes it when you make her a cavern, okay? The caverns are important. Hi. Okay, bye. Hello, all. It's July 23rd. There's a bird on my head. Hello. I'm livid. I was livid last night, and then I was fine because I went to bed and went to sleep, and then I realized I had texted Fee last night about how livid I was, but I didn't elaborate, and so now I had to elaborate because last night, after my stream, and I went over to hang out with Kat and go to sleep over there, I was like, oh, I'll start my other book. I'll start The Cat Because It Changed, which I was supposed to read last month. And I ended up reading the whole thing because I'm livid with it. This book, I try to be like nice when I'm doing my critiques, but I'm angry at this book. This book is a fucking lie and it's trash. This starts out, your synopsis starts, Aiden isn't looking for love her senior year. She's much more interested in landing a solo gig playing guitar at Ike's, keeping her younger brother out of trouble and preventing her best from pursuing a risky affair. This is all a lie. Literally, page 1. Immediately, I want him. Girl is obsessed with this boy from the get-go. There is zero reluctance on her part. There's never a mention of how, oh, I'm not looking for love. Never that. Right? Mambo's mad too. Mambo's pissed at this book too. Because I'm pissed. So, she meets this guy named Tate and falls instantly in love with him. Tate is Jewish. She's obsessed with him because he has a yarmulke. Right? Right? She's obsessed with him for that. Because her dead mother was Jewish. And now she wants to connect with him. But really that's not even the reason she's into him. She's just into him because she's into him. And she's just obsessed with him. And he's leading her on the entire time. Like actively doing this. Because he is like, we're gonna be fast friends. And constantly telling her like how much he loves her and stuff, but in that friend way, you know? But he doesn't say like in the friend way, he just says I love you, you know. And she says, and then later finds out that he has a fucking girlfriend who is the skinny pretty bitch. And of course our main character is the fat girl who has low self-esteem and doesn't believe it, but like they have this connection and he always holds her hand and they go driving together and they go out together and stuff. And so he's very blatantly leading her on. There's no confusing signals here. This is not even like, oh, I just thought we were friends. He does a lot of things in this that's very blatantly romantic. And she had kind of every right to think he was doing, you know, he was feeling that way. And later, like, she's struggling with it and she goes and gets fucking drunk and makes out with the bully. And then later he like almost potentially rapes her. And the other guy is mad about it, and it's like, you have a fucking girlfriend? Who the hell are you? You can't be mad about shit. And then she confesses her love to him, and he doesn't do anything. And then later, she's over at his parents' house with him. The parents are there. They go down to the basement. He intoxicates her, and then they sleep together, and then that's it. He doesn't do anything afterwards. She just goes on her way, and is heartbroken because he left her alone after that. and then he's all over his girlfriend and stuff. So she's just like kind of devastated from this, and it's just fucking ridiculous. It's absolute garbage for what this book is supposed to be. That's not even the worst part about this book. I have so many other bullet points of how I'm mad at this book. So, and at the end of this, by the way, for her, she decides she's gonna pick up swimming again and start going to a gym because she's the fat girl and that's her solution. Problem point number 2, her best friend. So her best friend sleeps around a lot. Whatever. She's got daddy issues apparently, and this is brought up several times. Right? Several times. Sorry, this is what morning is like for me here. I'm very used to this. I'm sorry if you're not. Her best friend is into their English teacher. Now, their English teacher is a young English teacher, but it doesn't matter because he's their English teacher. He's married. He has a kid. And he's predatory as fuck. Oh my god. Girl ends up sleeping with teacher. Also while sleeping with some other guys. Gets pregnant, decides to keep the baby, and is slut-shamed beyond belief. But the teacher is told, he tells his wife, who's like, doesn't leave him for one, doesn't report him to the fucking police, and they're gonna do a paternity test. Now, you never find out who is the actual father of this child, but like, where are the police? Where are they? I'm sorry. And then it's shown that this teacher, it's not just with this one girl. Several girls he's flirting with and grooming them. Like, the hell? And the fact, like, if I was this girl's best friend, I would have fucking reported him so fast. So fast. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? That's the part I'm probably the most angry about, is this. Then we also have her sporty brother who gets into buying marijuana and stuff and ruins his sport career. I didn't care about that part. Dad also didn't care about him because he's just a dick. He's a dick who is 10 years a widower and still a dick about everything all the time. And whatever. This was just garbage, and there's no resolution to anything. There's no confrontation with Tate at the end. Like, there should have been a confrontation with him or something. Put that boy in his fucking place. There should have been the friggin' police with the teacher. Put that man in his fucking place. There should have been so much that does not happen in this book, and it made me so angry, and the themes of this have made me so angry. Screw this book. I am mad I've kept this. I should have unhauled this when I had the chance, and I didn't, and I should have done it, and I'm mad now. 1 fucking star. And I don't do that a lot. I don't do 1 star a lot, but worst book I've read so far this year. Worst one. Exactly. I have to go now. Hello. It's July 24th. And I have just finished reading The Hero of Ages. 3rd book in Mistborn, the conclusion to the original trilogy. And I am emotional. I can't talk to anybody about this right now. Like, I can talk to Fee. I can't talk to you guys about everything because it's huge spoilers. All of the twists. The ending just... I'm not mad. I am. But it's also like, it was a good ending. But I'm sad. I can't, words, not happening. I'm just, I am emotions is what I am. I am many emotions. I am happy, I am sad, I am distressed, I am angry, I am content, I am all of the things right now because of this motherfucking book. This chunk of a book. That's my review. Hello everybody, it is July 26th. I've not finished another book. This is not part of that. I am planning out my exercise routine for August. I have been doing very, very poorly with my whole bariatric journey. I have not weighed myself because I'm scared to find out. I know I had gained a little bit back. Not a whole lot. It was like 5 pounds last I checked. So, and that kind of, instead of motivating me, made me spiral a little bit. And then the whole, I had a boyfriend for a while, and that kind of ruined a lot of my healthier habits because he was not a very healthy person and was kind of enabling me to do bad things and make poor choices. That is over now, no worries there. So I need to get back on track, and July just kind of really took a lot out of me. July tends to just not be a good month for me anymore. Even if though it's my birthday month, bad things happen to me in July. I potentially have COVID right now. Who knows? Everything's wrong and bad. So anyway, yeah. Hi. So what I have decided to do and what I've been doing, let's talk about what I've been doing first. What I've been doing is these 30-day challenges. I chose like 4 different 30-day challenges from Derby.com, and I would do those and have alternating workouts for them. And I gave up on that one because of the enabling stuff. And I gave up in June. I couldn't do it anymore. And I decided it was just like blah, blah. Yeah, just not something I want to do right now. I need to shake it up to get myself remotivated. Going to use a StreamYard real quick, and we're going to plot out what we're gonna do with, of course, dice, because who am I? What I've done is I have a list of 8 different kind of activities, so are for workout, except one of them is a rest day, because that was one of the things I think was definitely burning me out, was I was exercising every single day, and your body needs rest, and I was like, whatever. I make bad choices. So we have things like yoga, going to the gym for using the elliptical, upper body workout, a core workout, a lower body workout, swimming, and then a full body workout. So those are my different workouts we're gonna do. I am gonna go through Derby and kind of figure out some that I want to use. I've got my D8 here, and I'm just gonna be rolling. So on StreamYard, now you can see that I am on StreamYard here. You can see my lovely calendar. So these are the symbols I'm going to be using for everybody. I've just got them all kind of down here, and we're gonna roll to see what is August 1st. Is a 4, and that is an upper body workout. So we're gonna put you right there. Cool. And then we rolled a 5, which is a core. Core workout. Cool. I'm not doing doubles. So I rolled a 5 again. We're not doing the same in a row. 2, all right. We've now got yoga. Yoga. All right, so basically you see how this works. I'm just gonna fill it in. Montage. Through, and we have figured out our August workout. I only have 3 days of rest and a lot of swimming at the end, and I've only got 2 days where I'm doing lower body, which is fine because I'm glad how much upper body there is, because my arms are a real part of my self-consciousness. It's just definitely the arms right now. Yeah, we only have 2 days going to the elliptical, so well, that's fine. That's fine. It's not my most fun task to do. But okay, we now have a plan set for it all. Let's see if I can complete this challenge. Hello everybody, it is July 28th, and I finished this yesterday actually. I film it because I don't know why I forgot to, honestly. But I have finished reading Gods and Monsters by Shelby Mahurin, which is the third book in Blood and Honey, third and final book. And it's a chunky baby, but I'm trying to, you know, finish some series. So I finished the series, yay! I did like this. I do like this series a lot. It's a very fun, you know, witch and a witch hunter are forced into a marriage kind of thing. And fall in love with each other, but also there's all these big things going on and high stakes. And the last book, Blood and Honey, devastated me with the death of a character who deserved better. And I was worried going into this one that we wouldn't really talk about it much anymore. But what I really liked is not only did we talk about it, we got the effects of that death for multiple characters, and their grief processing was in all very different ways. And I really liked that aspect, and showing the different ways people can grieve and how, you know, a death can affect people in different ways. So I really appreciated that. I thought that was really well done. This book did have a trope that I'm not a fan of. There's an amnesia trope. I always hate amnesia tropes. They're just not my favorite kind of plot line. I think sometimes they're kind of lazy, to be honest. It made sense for why this happened, but it's still just not a trope that I enjoy. So if you don't enjoy the amnesia trope, you might not like Gods and Monsters as much. It doesn't, it's still okay. It still works out pretty well, and it's still written decently. It's not like, you know, someone gets hit on the head and then doesn't remember kind of thing. It has a better method of going about it, I will say. It's just a trope that I don't like. I do still love our romance aspects of this. I am curious though how Bo and Coco's story will end up. I'm still kind of like, okay, but he's the crown prince, so what's going on there? Yeah. Also, I've really not cared for Celie's character ever. Don't really care for her much. I get her importance, but there was a part of me reading this that was like, oh, is she brought back just for the amnesia plotline? Is that why she's here? And kind of, but also not. So, if you haven't read the other books, you don't know what I'm talking about. But, so anyway, I did give this 4 stars. I did like this one. I do like this series. I do think that Serpent and Dove, though, is still my favorite of the 3 of them. Yeah, I do think that, just because, I don't know, the beginning of everything is just fun and romantic and hilarious at a lot of times and very adventurous. And I don't know if this book needed to be as long as it is, but it is what it is. It's a 17-hour audiobook. But yay, it's done. Woo! This wasn't on the official TBR. I still have 2 books to read, 3 books. I'm gonna finish Night Vale today, and I'm gonna try to listen to the other 2 books in a day each, kind of like while I'm working and stuff, or maybe I'll pick up another embroidery or something to just have something to do while I listen, because gotta finish those. But luckily they're not that long. Vassa in the Night is a 10-hour audiobook, and If These Wings Could Fly, is that the title? It's like a 7-hour audiobook, so not chunky babies like this. And you know, Hero of Ages took me forever to get through as well, because that was 27 hours, but we did it. We did that. We have finished a series. Yay. Yay. I have just finished reading Mostly Void, Partially Stars, Welcome to Night Vale Episodes Volume 1 by Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Cranor, and with everybody else in it as well. We finished it. So this was both a physical and an audiobook read, sort of, because what I did is I read all the parts that weren't episodes, and then all the episode scripts in here I listened to on Spotify. Now, one of the issues, now I loved this, just FYI, I'm giving this 4 stars. Why I'm not giving it 5 is because number 1, I can't find a recording of the live show, which is also included in this, but in listening to the recordings, all the podcast itself, I'm an audiobook reader and I read at double the speed. Now, listening to Night Vale at double the speed is fine, but every single freaking episode has these introduction and ads in the beginning, and I'm like, why are there ones on every single episode about like, join us for this, join us for this, and it's like, I'm so tired of that. Like, I just want to listen to the episode. And each episode also has, with the weather, so this is my first time listening to Night Vale, fully. I didn't realize that when they get to the weather, it's a song. So listening to a song at double speed is not fun, so I ended up having to skip all of the songs just to finish the episodes. So as an audiobook experience, not fun, because I tried slowing it down to the regular speed and I can't do it. It's too slow. My brain has been trained to do the double speed for audiobooks and stuff. I cannot listen to things any slower than that without going nuts. Now, that's just the thing. That's not really against the book itself, because the book is really, really fun. I really like it. I do wish, this is another reason why I took 1 star away, I kind of wish there was more in-depth explanations and stuff about how certain ideas came into the story, because there's only little explanations, there's only little things. So like, looking at like, here's episode 10, Feral Dogs, this is the intro thing for it. It's only a page, it's only really a page, because it's half a page here and half a page here, and then you get the script here. So there's not a whole lot of insight. I was hoping for a lot more insight as to where all of the kind of surreal absurdism comes from, and where certain ideas come from. Now, a lot of it's, you know, it's just made up stuff. It's just using their imagination. But I was hoping for a little bit more insight into those episodes, rather than just reading a quick couple paragraphs about like, hey, we started this episode and this is the first appearance of this, or something like that. So I just kind of wanted a bit more behind the scenes stuff than I was given with this. So that's why I knocked it down. Otherwise, I still really enjoy it. I actually got inspired for a short story based on an idea in here. Just, it was a one-off line and it just like struck something in my brain and I went, short story time. And this will be my short story that I work on during CREATEATHON now. I was going to do an adventure, but now I'm like, no, we're going to do a speculative. And I've never written a speculative before, but we're going to do a speculative, satirical speculative, with, you know, one line that inspired it. So we're going to do that. So thanks, Night Vale. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely want to read the rest of the series, the rest of the whole, I want to listen to the rest of the podcast. I think it'll be fun. And yeah, Night Vale. Cool. But that's the last physical book. We have 2 more books to finish. I did start listening to Vassa in the Night, and then we have If These Wings Could Fly. I think we're on track to finish it. I also finished a bookmark, just FYI. It says, warning, I can't shut up about books. Finish that. Huzzah! So I need 1 more bookmark done this month to reach that goal. We can cross this off, and then finish those 2 books. And we got our writing goal to do. So tomorrow is Endure for the Word, so we'll be doing a lot of writing all day long, because that's what we'll do. All the writing. All the satire. I'm in a satire mood. July's been the month of satire for me. I've read a lot of like surreal stuff. And like Vassa in the Night is also very surreal. This is surreal. And I'm writing my satirical story. Now I have a satirical, surreal, speculative short story in mind. Yeah, we're living that surreal and I'm watching satirical TV. So aside from like Our Flag Means Death, I've been watching Miracle Workers, which is also very satirical and very fun. If you haven't watched Miracle Workers, you should go watch Miracle Workers. But yeah, so I'm just in that mood. I'm gonna go now. Morning, everybody. Hello. It is July 30th, and last night it got late, so I didn't record. We finished reading Vassa in the Night. Hooray! Right, MAMBO? She's really digging my space buns today, by the way. So I have owned this book forever. This was one of the first owl crates that I'd ever gotten, I think. And it is based on the fairy tale Vasilisa the Beautiful. And I didn't know that. It's a Russian fairy tale. And I really liked this. I went in with very low expectations, but I found that this was very beautiful. It's very surreal, kind of magical realism, but more surrealism than that. And really found this very intriguing and interesting and very different, because when you, at first glance, you're like, oh, is this a Cinderella retelling? And absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, I don't even know how to really describe it because it's so different. So we have Vassa who gets tricked by her half-sister Stephanie, which that's what I'm not happy about in this, to go to this convenience store that's open 24 hours a day, and but people get beheaded there all the time because of shoplifting or being accused of shoplifting. Even if they didn't shoplift, they still get beheaded anyway. So it's a very dangerous place to go. And she's like, screw it, I'll do this and then you'll feel bad about me being dead, kind of a thing. And gets kind of tricked into working there, but she also has this magical little wooden doll called Erg, who is also a klepto, but does a lot of other things, and it has a very big plot. There's all sorts of magical stuff happening in this that you didn't quite expect. Like, I kept thinking I was going to guess some of the twists, and I really wasn't. So it did keep me on my toes. I really did enjoy this. I think this is an underrated one. But I remember when it first came out that people were like, I don't understand this, I don't like this and stuff, and I'm like, oh, you're not magical realism people. You don't quite get the magical realism aspect of this and the surrealism. That's what I feel like people just did not get. And also it's a fairy tale that people are not familiar with, so if they were assuming Cinderella, they weren't getting Cinderella. You're not getting Cinderella with this one. Okay. So anyway, we have that. We only have one more book on the TBR to read. I am about to go clean my sister's house because they have just moved, and I'm helping to get it clean for their renters to move in. I'm getting paid to do it, that's why I'm doing this. Because I needed to raise some funds, and so this is what we're doing. So we're gonna go clean, we're gonna listen to the other book on the TBR, If These Wings Could Fly. Should only take me about 3.5 hours to get through because it's a 7-hour audiobook. Ooh, let's get that white balance going. What are you doing, babe? You want, I know you want your hobble, but I have to go, honey. No, honey, I have to go soon. Come here. No, I have to go. You can't be in your hobble right now. I know you want to be in your hobble. She really loves to burrow. This is one of her favorite things. And this is a towel that I've let her destroy, and it's the best. Yeah. Yeah. You ready? Here we go. Watch out, Luis. Watch out. Whoa. Oh.
What?
What this?
Hold on.
We gotta smell it. What is that, Luis? Does it smell like Bombadil? Is it good?
Good?
Is it good pie pie? Do you like it?
You like it? Oh, this is nice.
Hello everybody, it is July 31st. Yay! Right? Happy? Huh? Okay. I have finished the other book of the TBR. We finished If These Wings Could Fly, which is also one of my 22 books of 2022. I forget what prompt this was for. I don't think this was for a card. I think, was it? I forget what I picked this for. What did I pick you for? Wait, was it a color? It might have been a color. I think it was the colored pencil matching the blue. I think that's what it was. So anyway, this was a kind of contemporary with a bit of magical realism in it. There is a town that is getting covered in these crows, and it is dealing mostly about the story of this girl, Leighton, who's in a very dysfunctional home, and her father is a violent man, and it's his progression into becoming a serious threat to them. It's usually just like fighting with their parents, but then it escalates later on. So if you are triggered by that kind of situation, probably not read this book. But I do like what this book does. I thought it was very well written. I thought it had some really, really beautiful prose. I liked our little sub-romance that we get within this as well. And to show Leighton, you know, that she can have a functional, healthy relationship with somebody in her life. And but also while still establishing good boundaries with him. I thought that was very well done. And, you know, she never gives up on her dreams, which is really, really awesome, because most of the time she is worried about leaving her 2 little sisters behind when she goes to college, if she gets in and gets enough money to go to said colleges. And this whole time she is trying to figure out an essay for a scholarship contest that the town is providing, about $5,000, which, you know, for me having gone to college, I'm like, so that's not much. But, you know, helps. Especially because she wants to go to NYU, and I'm like, yeah, that's your textbooks there. So, yeah, she doesn't give up on that. She's having trouble making a prompt for it, or making the essay for the prompt, and at the end of the book does make an awesome essay kind of calling out the whole town and stuff, and it does lead to an escalating situation at home. And then all the while there are these crows that are just coming into this town and festering this town. It gets to be over 50,000 crows in this one town, and it's amazing, although there is bird death in this and I don't like that part. But actually a lot of the books I read this month had a bird death in it, and I'm like, stop, babies don't deserve that, right? We deserve towels and sheets to burrow in. Ma'am, what are you doing? Just ravaging this towel. This is her tear up towel that I got her, and we are destroying it. We are, I don't know if you can see well, but we're having a ball. Okay, I'll leave her to that. So anyway, yay, I finished the TBR. I don't get a punishment. Barely, just in the nick of time. I was just at 2nd and Charles selling some books and some games and stuff, and managed to get a bunch of new books and not spend any. And I got a new wallet too, which I'm very excited about. If you want to see my new wallet, I'm quite thrilled. It's a Pride and Prejudice wallet, and it says on the back, "You must allow me to tell you how ardently I admire and love you." That's great, because I really needed a new wallet badly. So yeah, excited about that. Got that for free with all of the stuff. Yeah, especially because it would have cost me $26, but I paid nothing for it. Cool, so that's it. That's the CBR, and we start CREATEATHON tomorrow. Tomorrow, CREATEATHONs tomorrow. Look forward to lots of vlogs. All right, I'm gonna end it here for everything. Here we go. This is the end of the July vlog. There are people dancing in the backyard over here. Okay. Interesting coordinated dancing happening. Very cool. Something that my best friend and I used to do in my backyard. Sure, why not? What was I saying? I'm ending the vlog. That's what's doing it. I'm gonna go have a stream with my friends, pre-gaming for CREATEATHON, and then yeah, I'll see you guys for that one. Check out all the links in the description. If you have not already signed up for CREATEATHON, I know this video is coming out during CREATEATHON. You can join at any time though. So if you're just now learning about CREATEATHON, you can go join. Links are in the description. And of course, hit me up on Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter. And I guess I have a TikTok now, but I don't really use it much, but it's there. You'll see lots of bird videos on it. And check out my Ko-fi page and support me as a content creator and all that jazz. I'll see you next time, kitties. Bye.
Come play with us, Danny. Come play with us. Oh, we're in no play mixture.
What? That worked out great.
Yeah.
Good blooper.
I suck.
Is there a ghost in our frame? Anybody? Any ghost? Anybody? Anybody want to show up? Now you throw your arms out and spin around. Ready, go. Perfect. I'm so ugly right now. I'm so gross. Why did I think filming it right now would be a good idea? I'm disgusting. Clear. Hello, everybody. July 28th. Did I already record something earlier today? I did.